Hi, this is Toni Wade, the Compassionate Investor, and this is the 7th step of our Live for Free series, which is specifically creating and executing your plan. Now, I know many of you have been waiting for this moment because this is the actual rubber hitting the road. This is allowing you to be able to put things in position. We've got all of the foundational work that you need in order to get into this journey set up. You've got all of that pre-work. You know all of your information. Now it's a matter of taking that information and creating and implementing a plan that you will execute. And the first one starts with restoring your credit. Now, I'm going to say this. Now, there are people out here that can truly do it yourself, and that's fine. I want you to actively just take action on restoring it. But many times, and I'm just going to say almost 9 times out of 10, people who go out there and try to do it themselves most likely don't get it done. They either stop somewhere in the process, they either or get stumped, they really didn't know exactly what they're doing. It's sort of like a trial and error. And guess what? Credit should not be trial and error. If you're trying to get somewhere on a journey, do you just simply jump in your car and just figure out how you're going to get to California? Or do you actually get a map and route it and get there? Because that's what we're talking about when we're talking about restoring your credit. You can talk all day long about routing that path, but we have distractions. We have life that happens. So I want to encourage you to take a different route. Look at having someone else that can help you restore your credit. I want you to reach out to me directly. I've got a wonderful resource that we utilize today with a lot of the clients who work with me, because it's such a systematic way that a couple, 2 people, can get in and restore their credit and build wealth, all for under $80 a month. Like, that is unheard of for 2 people to be able to do that. But I do know that they create success. We've got testimonials that support that. And I want you on a journey that's going to get you to success in the shortest amount of time. Now, if you choose to do something different and you choose to do it yourself, that's okay too, because there's ways that you can do that. But my point being, you must have a path that you're going to create to restore your credit. Because unless you're sitting on hundreds of thousands of dollars that you're trying to figure out what to do with, you need to borrow somebody's money. And you can't borrow anybody's money if you have bad credit. All right? So if you make that agreement with me today that you're going to actively move forward to restoring your credit, then we can continue to then the next step, which is then to eliminate debt. Now, if you understand anything about how your credit is set up, your debt plays a part in this too, because lenders will not lend money if you have a lot of debt. I believe the ratio, and don't quote me on it, but I think the ratio is somewhere around 33% of your income or something along those lines. I'll put some information out there for you guys to see exactly later what that is. But a certain portion of your income that comes in, you can't have a lot of debt. You have to have the smallest amount of debt. So if you've got debt, and let's say that you're even at 25% of your income coming in of your expenses is debt, eliminate that. Like, I work actively on not getting in debt, to the point where I'll sometimes drive in a vehicle that I've owned for 10 years to avoid going to get another car note, because I don't like debt. I don't. So I just got that. That's why that's my example. I just got a car that I'm now quickly trying to pay off because I don't like debt. But once you eliminate debt from your life and be free from debt, and you've got a good credit, you're in perfect position for where I need you to go. And that is to purchase an investment property. Now hear me, purchase an investment property. I am not an advocate for right out the gate becoming a first-time home buyer. Why? Because that is not your asset. That is your liability. Yes, having a home that you purchase is better in some cases than renting, because it's going towards something that you own. But it is a liability, because every month expenses associated to that house you are paying. So it's a liability, it's not an asset. All the assets they say that it is for you at the end of the year that you get to write off on your taxes does not even equate to that money that you're paying out every month to keep it going. And heaven forbid that somebody strips from you because you miss a payment. So that's why I like to say buy an investment property, and this is why. See, When you purchase an investment property that is owner occupied, you could purchase that property the same way you'll get the same credits, the same benefits. It's only 10% down, and you can move into a property that is a duplex, that now you live on one side and you have somebody, or you have a way in which you maximize rents on the other. I can talk about that a little later. But you want to be able to maximize your rents, get the most amount of rent that you can from the other side, because now all of that is paying for you to live. So where you would have a mortgage of, let's say, $600, the money that you've got coming in should not only just pay for that, but it'll also pay for the other things. Therefore, you are now in the state of where you can live for free. So these are the specific strategies that I like teaching people on how to master and how to perform, especially on the maximizing rent side. For instance, if you had a duplex today that the note is $750 a month, and you just typically rent it to somebody on the other side, and let's say that the rents are in your market rents in that area might be $1,000. So that's a $250 difference that you now can take and apply in other places, because you've got your mortgage covered and you got a few extra $100, and the money you would have been spending on a mortgage now is free money to you to do other things with. You sort of see how now you're creating a state of where you can sustain yourself. But imagine this. Imagine you worked with someone such as myself who could show you how to maximize your rents on the other side, so that you're not bringing in $1,000 a month on that other side. You could be bringing in $1,500 or $2,000 a month on the other side. You see the difference? You are able to do some things differently, maximizing your rents in that particular property, and now there's more money that can go into your household that you can then start doing other things. Now, let me stress this point as well, because I always have said that I believe in being able to purchase a duplex and doing all these wonderful things and freeing up money that you would have been spending on your mortgage and other things. But I'm not telling you to take that money and go splurge. Remember, we talked before about how you save money. You start putting money aside for yourself for other things. As you are creating that habit of now making money and putting money, you're now putting money and storing money up so that you can do other things. So as you can see, that can grow exponentially. That's what I love about this particular step of not only making sure you line those things up, but also getting to a position where you're purchasing that property, because that property is going to allow for you to grow on almost exponentially, not just in being able to sustain yourself, but also in being able to save money to then grow, to then expand. So you're expanding on both sides, and then you can truly see the power of being able to create and execute a plan that's going to help you learn how to live for free. So I'll be back after this moment.